At My Dog Died, we understand the pain and are here to support you. Visit us today and find comfort, guidance, and a community that cares. We received a letter from someone who has lost their pet and have allowed us to share their story so that it will help other listeners deal with the loss of their pet. Remember, if you like this video, please support us with a like, subscribe, and share. Hello, friends. This is Don Barnes from MyDogDied.com. Each week, I sit with your stories, your heartbreaks, your memories, your love. And today, I have a letter that comes from Lon, a 55-year-old man from Okeechobee, Florida. Lon recently endured a loss so sudden, so raw, that even as I read his words, my heart feels like it's trying to hold too much. Here's Lon's letter. Dear Don, I still can't believe they're gone. Bubba and Kitty, my two best friends in this world. Bubba was my 6-year-old Jack Russell, full of spitfire and sass. Kitty, a 9-year-old yellow lab, was the calm in the storm. They were polar opposites and yet, like peanut butter and jelly, couldn't imagine one without the other. Every morning, like clockwork, Kitty would nudge me awake with that heavy Labrador head, and Bubba would be waiting at the door with a sock in his mouth, like it was his trophy from the night before. You'd think he was part raccoon. I don't know how he kept finding them. I'd hide my socks in drawers and boots, even behind the microwave once. He always won. Our favorite place was Lake Istokpoga. It's just a short drive from the house, and we'd go there at least once a week. I'd toss the tennis ball into the shallows, and Kitty would wade out like a queen, while Bubba barked at the splash and pretended to be her security detail. That day started like any other. Clear sky, warm breeze, dogs bouncing with that sparkle in their eyes. I threw the ball. Kitty was already halfway to it, Bubba on her heels. But before I could take a breath, the water split like a nightmare. I screamed before I even knew why. The gator came up fast, too fast. Kitty didn't even have time to yelp. Bubba turned back, but he was too close, and then they were gone, just like that. My soul cracked open. I sat on the bank, screaming their names, praying somehow they'd come swimming back, wet and panting, tails wagging, but they didn't. For days I didn't sleep, I didn't eat, I kept hearing the splash, kept seeing their faces. Friends tried to help, but they didn't get it. They weren't just dogs. They were my life. I searched online, desperate, and came across MyDogDied.com. I don't even remember how. I just remember reading a story about someone else's loss. And for the first time since it happened, I didn't feel so alone. I started reading more. I lit a candle with your community. I cried. I wrote to you, Don, because I needed someone to know how special they were, how they weren't just pets. They were love in fur coats. Thank you for reading this. Thank you for giving us a place to grieve and to remember. Lon in Okeechobee, Florida. Oh, Lon, I wish I could reach through this microphone and give you the hug you so clearly need. I don't think people realize how many of us have dogs who are the rhythm of our lives. They're woven into our routines, our memories, our hearts. To lose both of them so suddenly and so violently, it's a grief that defies words. And yet, your words, Lon, are filled with love. I could see Bubba with that sock in his mouth, eyes twinkling like he just robbed Fort Knox. I could feel Kitty's steady presence, that reliable heartbeat beside you, day after day. Some say dogs can't talk, but they do. They say, I love you with their tails. They say, I'm with you, with a nudge of a nose. And even when they leave this earth, that language stays in our bones. I believe truly that Bubba and Kitty knew they were loved every single moment of their lives. And though their final moment was tragic, their lives were filled with joy because of you. Thank you for sharing your story, Lon. Thank you for trusting us with your pain. I hope others listening today find the courage to share theirs too, because when your dog dies, your world changes. But here at MyDogDied.com, you never have to face that new world alone. Until next time, I'm Don Barnes. Be kind to yourselves. And to all the Bubbas and Kitties out there, we love you still.
Your love for your pet never fades, and neither should your support. If you're grieving, don't go through it alone. visit MyDogDied.com or call us at 85-5925-2658 and connect with those who truly understand. Healing starts here. Remember, if you like this video, please support us with a like, subscribe, and share. If you have a story that you would like to tell us, your dog stories at mydogdied.com at gmail.com.